Hooey. Howdy, howdy, YouTube. So, I'm uploading a wand update and a cooking video. What is this nonsense? Yeah, my cooking videos take forever to upload sometimes, but that's alright because I'm uploading a breakfast pizza bacon cheeseburger cooking video. And I had the case of the hangries going in that video, so you might see me get a little angry in that video, but needless to say, I kept my temper in check. Well, first things first, get ready for the day. Now, instead of wearing the bandana around my head, I've been wearing it around my neck. And then we will go do that. Then I put the dog collar right in front of it, just like that. Look at that. There we go. Whew. Booyaka. Anyone who says it looks retarded, I'm like, well, I'm the one who wears it, so what the hell do you care? Why would you wear a bandana with a dog collar? That looks retarded. I'm like, why the hell do you care? It's not your body. It's not your fucking neck. Now, people are so quick to criticize each other anymore, and I'm just like, okay. If they're being stupid, I can understand wanting to say something like, hey, dumbass, you know. I need to collect some more sticks, and I'll be doing that here shortly. I just gotta do what I said I was gonna do. Now, I promised people on my wand update video that I'm uploading that I would show them how the wands are being made now. Now, I noticed a couple of things on excuse me. I noticed a couple things with my wand that needed to be touched up. I had one made for myself earlier, but it was too flimsy and it snapped. So yeah. But first things first though, YouTube, I gotta get some nicotine in my system, otherwise I get cranky. And this is something, YouTube, this is something I mentioned in my wand update video that I'm uploading, but I'll say it again. Sometimes when you're making wands, they break. It's part of quality control. I noticed that once I carved them, if they snap too easily, once I've carved them out, and if they snap too easily, then there's no point in putting paint on them and everything, make them look nice, because, you know. So I'm trying to step up the quality of my product a little bit here. Well, another reason why I'm not wearing my bandana on my head at the moment is because the sunlight, whenever I go walking around town or riding my bike, gives my scalp the vitamin D it needs to grow faster. And as you can see, my hair is starting to come back in nice and thick. Maybe the widow's peak's not coming back in, but that's the only thing that's not coming back in. And honestly, I could care less. Give me like a Ronnie James Dio Misfits look, so I could care less. You know? But like the back of my head where I had that bald spot, oh, YouTube, that bald spot's gone. I'm telling you right now, shaving my head gave me more hair. It's the fucking truth. Now I have a power strip underneath my computer, and I plug another power strip into it, so that way the extension cord that I plug into it has enough room to reach my mini sander. Mini sanders say what? Yes, YouTube. I'm still getting used to it, but I do have a mini sander, and one sheet of sandpaper lasts me a couple wands, give or take. So that's pretty good, yo. I love messing with black magic and stuff. It's just awesome. Let's see if we can. Well, you can. Let's see. Did I get it on camera? Right there, you can see it. Okay. Got her plugged in. And before I do anything, let's take the wand that I was going to reshape a little bit, make it look nicer. There's just a couple of lines that need to be sanded out for demonstrative purposes. I want to show you how I do this. I'll do the bottom first. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my mini sander. Take, the covers are already off, okay. Take the cover off. And, wait. This here, YouTube, is just a little triangle sander. Oh, grabbed the wrong bag. Okay, here we go. Alright. So, yes, what I've been saying on my social media accounts has been true. I got a mini triangle sander for making the wands. And pieces of sandpaper that come with it, they have Velcro on the back, so I could just stick it on there. And when you have a mini sander, try to get it on there as evenly as you can, you know. try to get it onto the surface as many as you. These mini sanders are awesome, but like, you know, you want to make sure your mini sanders sandpaper is on there nice and even. You don't want it like put on at an awkward angle. And don't worry, because if you put it on wrong, you can peel it back off and stick it back on there. That's the beauty of Velcro. Here's the other end of that extension cord that's plugged into this power strip. So what I do now is I sit there, plug it in, just like that. And I turn on the power strip and booyah. And once I have the power strip turned on and the sander plugged in, all I gotta do now is just sand my stick. Sand these wands. Beautiful. Now I sanded the bottom of my wand. Look at that. For demonstrator purposes, you can see it's nice and flat. That looks good. Alright, so now I'm going to move the wand with the blade facing up. Hold it in place, just like that. Can't really see what I'm doing. That sucked up the grit pretty good. Huh. after I resanded it again, it definitely came out a lot smoother, a lot rounder. That's awesome. Grab some sandpaper. I'm going to sand it by hand, just to round it off a bit. There we go, that's much better. I'll take this piece of sandpaper that I have. And make it a bit rounder, more consistent shape. Well, that edge that I had in the wand blade, I got it all sanded smooth, and yeah. Except for up here. Making the tip look nice. Yeah, buddy. I used to use sandpaper like this all the time, but now I don't have to anymore because I got the mini sander, but I was just seeing some sandpaper laying around in my drawer. I'll take this light grit sandpaper and really smooth it out. Yeah. Again, I'm just trying to better my product. mean, not that there's anything wrong with that edge. You know what I'm saying? It still forms a wand. But yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. I don't want to go too much skinnier. Now that I've sanded it smooth, let's do a durability test. Ooh, fucking hell. Yeah, this is kind of hard to snap. I like that. I like that a lot, YouTube. The fact that it's hard to snap. Trying to make my wands better and more high quality than they originally were. Okay, that's what I'm going for. All this, that's good stuff. Alright. So just a little bit of sanding. I got the bottom nice and smoothed out flat. And I got the blade smoothed out for the wand. Upon holding it in my hand, it definitely feels like a wand. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, this thing's hard to break too, which is what I like. Nice and solid. Alright. I've been painting one wand at a time, just so the smell doesn't get overbearing. But, grab my trusty spray paint. I'm going to paint my wand here. Paint them over the trash can, YouTube. Let the excess drip into the trash can. And then just go and shake the excess off and into the trash can, just like that. Booyah. And now I'm going to stick the wand onto the vice clamp, just like that. And we let it dry. And once that's done drying, we'll hit the bottom half of it with some black spray paint. And then make the tip green, and then we'll add some handle to it. But I can show you all how to do that in another video. Go ahead and unplug my mini sander for now. Yeah, YouTube, this the mini sander kicks ass, man. This is going to make for a nice device for making wands, most definitely. This will help me make the wands for my Etsy, most freaking definitely. Then again, we could have the green tip right now, why not? Shake the excess off. Beautiful. I like making these wands, YouTube, but they get a little messy, so I found a way to minimize the mess to next to nothing, which will make cleanup a breeze. Oh, YouTube, that paint job is looking sweet. Yeah, that paint job's looking pretty cool, yo. Take a look at that. That's pretty cool looking shite, YouTube. The paint on the blade is very glossy and very shiny. Most excellent. So now I'm going to stick this wand onto the vice clamp. Just like that. And we're going to let it dry for a moment. And when that's done drying, I'm going to hit the bottom half with some more black spray paint, let it dry, and then I'll add a handle to it and podge it. Now one of the, here's one of the wands I'm working on for Etsy. This is going to be part of the next batch. And, yep, there we go. Nice and solid. That's what I like to see. The paint looks a little, maybe it's just because I'm getting sawdust all over it from sanding that last wand. Oh, let's try washing my hands first and then rinsing that off and seeing. Because here's the cool thing about painting these wands, YouTube. I can literally put it in the vice clamp and then put the trash can underneath it. It makes for a very, very clean setup. Very clean setup. Alright. Yeah, there we go. There was sawdust on it, and that's why it was looking like that. I had sawdust on my hands from sanding, but I just rinsed it off with some water. And you could just see how bright these are. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get a couple more wands to this stage for my batch before I start adding handles. Okay? So it's gonna take a while to, you know, but, that's all right. I don't have any black leather for the wand. At least I don't think I do. What color is? Oh, scratch that. I do have some, I think. I think this is black leather. Unless there's a piece of it right here that I could use. Oh, there is. I found a long piece of black leather for my wand's handle. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excuse me. I have a fresh roll of leather plus some copper wire. I'll show you the color of copper I'll be putting on these wands. I think you'll like this, YouTube. This is the copper wire that I use for my wand handles, and it's a nice, pretty gold color. That's going to accent the brown leather underneath. And what I'll do is, once I get all the wands I want from my batch to this stage right here, then I'll take some of that gold copper wire and I'll do a small layer on the handle and then put some brown leather on top to accent it. So between the black, the brown, and the gold on the handle, you got 3 different colors. Really makes the handles look nice. So yeah, this gold colored copper wire is gonna make the handles really stand out. Now the reason why I'm not putting any on this wand is because this is for my personal collection. I'm saving it for the copper wire for the batches, you know. So if I would have had to, like, if I would have had to spray paint some leather black, I would have done it, but I'm not gonna have to because I have a super long strand of black leather right here. So some black leather cord. It's leather cord, not leather string, but it's still made out of the same material. So I want to make the handle on my wand all black, and the black leather will make a nice touch. So, most excellent, YouTube. But yeah, my new vacuum I got, it works great. Every time I get done carving wands, I can just vacuum up the sawdust, whatever, you know. Makes it super easy. You know, for the longest time, YouTube, for the longest time, my vacuum cleaner didn't work, and I hated it. I had this dusty, broken vacuum sitting in my apartment, and it didn't look good. So I got rid of it, and eventually got that beast right there. Pretty much identical to the last vacuum cleaner I purchased. Exact same color scheme and everything. However, the only difference is it's brand spanking new. You know? You have no idea. When I clean my carpet before having my vacuum, I would get on my hands and knees with a mini push broom to hold in my hand and a dustpan, and I'd be sitting there going, you know, I'd be sitting there trying to get the carpet clean that way, and it kind of worked, but it only got the surface, you know? It didn't really get down deep into it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm glad I got a new vacuum cleaner. That's gonna make cleanup so much easier. Hooey. And now, of course, I get sawdust all over my glasses while carving. That seems typical. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make a bigger batch of wands, and I will go and collect more sticks when my wand is done, which it's not gonna take me that long to finish that wand right there. You know, it's not. Because paint dries rather fast if you give it a moment. Yeah. And why are vacuums so flippin' expensive, YouTube? I don't get it. But it is what it is. Ooey. Yeah. When I spray paint my wands, I do it over the trash can with it clamped in the vice clamp. And then I'll just do like one at a time. That way the smell doesn't get overpowering. And You know what I'm saying? Ooh-wee. I'm probably going to open this other window right here, because, hold up. Ha! Holy crap, I can see. Yeah, I want to open the other window back up, just because I want to get some proper ventilation going through here, you know. I mean, I don't mind the smell of it personally. It just smells like money being made. But not everyone's going to be a fan of it, so 1 second, YouTube. There we go. I thought it was going to rain for a second. I really did, but I'm seeing some blue clouds break up in there, so there we go. This should be more than enough to make a nice handle for my new wand. Hey. Should be more than enough black leather to make me a handle for my wand. Excellent. Now my two favorite colors are black and green. And yeah. Therefore, and I graduated from NC, go figure, right? But no, but no, it's just funny because my two favorite colors are black and green, and I graduated from NC, and you know. Yeah. Hooey. I am just about out of pipe tobacco. This sucks. This sucks, YouTube. I need to get one more freaking wands made. Oh yeah, opening both windows definitely helped with the ventilation of it. It's not as strong as it is now. But I might have gotten that paint job on the blade in like one session, which is good. Very good. I'll hit that handle with some paint here in a bit. I'm going to make sure that, you know, the other side's dry. You know, they have a heat gun I could probably use to make the paint dry faster. Something to think about. But I've always liked letting the wands dry naturally in the air. It adds a more natural quality to them. I feel like using a heat gun to dry the paint faster would be cheating. That's just me. Oh, that new wand I made for myself, it was a little too skinny and it snapped. It is what it is. This is why it's better, YouTube, to start off with a much thicker stick and just whittle it down. Breakfast pizza bacon cheeseburger. Oh, look out. That's uploading. Now you take a much thicker stick and you carve a section where you want the wand blade to be formed. Leave a little bit of bark on for the handle. Take a bark carving knife and just go in a circle, rotate your stick. Once you got the bark off of one side, take like a knife or some snippers, some branch cutters, and roughly cut the points into your stick. Do one half at an angle, the other half at an angle. Flip it over, do the same thing to this side. So that way you have 4 different sides forming a point from your cut mark at the head of your wand. And once you got your wand roughly cut out and the tip roughly formed, you take your mini sander or some sandpaper and just sand it smooth. And then until that stick is nice and round again, and the cut marks that you made are smoothed out, you know. Then you paint it, let it dry, tie some leather to the handle, and then you put some clear drying Gorilla Glue on the knot of where you tied your leather. Let that dry. Once that glue's done drying, trim the excess off that you might have from tying that knot all the way down to the dry glue. And then you throw that excess away. And then you want to take your wand. If you want to make your wand shiny, like I make them, I use Mod Podge, the luster, or what is it? Yeah, This is the Mod Podge I use for my wands. It's the stuff that makes it shiny. It's in the orange container. Yeah. Well, in the wand update, I feel like I should share my store with people. Because people are going to be like, oh, where can I get a wand from you? And I'm like, well, I need to make some more. Put them on Etsy. But I'll link my wand store in this video and my last video. Oh, goody. It started processing. Excellent. And eventually, they start off as regular sticks, and then they're just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then they get carved into actual wands, and it's pretty sweet. Watch them go from a stick to a carved out, fully finished wand. Pretty cool looking. So now I'm going to let the paint on that wand right now just dry, and then as soon as it's done drying, the bottom half's going to get it. And thankfully it doesn't take long for them to dry on the paint. Mm-hmm. That, it'll do nicely for a wand. Not too short, not too long. Very nice, very nice. But anyways, tubes, thanks for watching. I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.